What's up, nerds? I'm a Renegade Cactus, but you can call me whatever you want. Welcome to Archon Soul, a game that was nicely given to me by the publishers, and that I definitely want to try out because it looks gorgeous, and it seems pretty interesting. We're just gonna jump right in and start a run. Don't forget to subscribe, if you'd be so kind, because we're currently nearing 50 million subscribers very fast. And I mean very fast, and by that I mean not fast at all, but you know what I mean. Choose a character. We got the Gaia Mancer. Ooh, that's a nice name. A mage from a village torn apart by famine. Wields the power of nature and growth. He seeks the soul's power to save his village from certain starvation. Sounds good. Gaia Mancer, I mean, just a nature druid shaman kind of guy. But like, with the head and all, I get the feeling it's just a overpowered gardener, and I love that. I'm gonna start the run. I don't know much about this game. Gaia Mancer and a punch wizard. A wizard who practices powerful fist magic. Interesting. Okay, so this is a dice builder, deck builder kind of thing. We're gonna see how it works in just a second. I mean, again, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Let's fight and see how it works. Very sorry. At the beginning of your turn, your discarded dice are rolled into your hand. Drag your dice into the dice slots to cast spells. Okay, I see. Dice slots can have requirements for the dice you put into them. Hover over them for more info. Got it. So this one needs the spell cast when it reaches 0. Okay, the countdown value is reduced, so it keeps the spell, or it keeps the dice, the number that it has, and I just have to get to 7 or higher. We got attack. Any dice may be placed here. Any dice may be placed here. Deals 5 damage if DV, probably dice value. Yeah. Dice value is 5 or more, deals 7 damage instead. So technically we could use the 6 to deal 7 damage instead of 5, which is nice. Barrier, gain 3 barrier. If a dice value is 3 or less, gain 5 barrier instead. Ooh. So yeah, we want... What was that? Gaia's protection. Gain 3 grounded. If dice value is 1, gain 5 grounded. Grounded is at the beginning of your turn, gain barrier equal to grounded. Ooh, I like that. Total value of all dice faces. Okay. But no, we're gonna attack. Also, what is for body? If dice value is 4 or greater, inflict 1 weak, otherwise inflict 1 vulnerable. Weak deals less damage, vulnerable takes more damage. I should probably have done that. Just inflicting vulnerable first. Oh, I could just attack multiple times if I wanted to. I don't have to use all of them. Interesting. Intention is unknown, but will not damage the player. So I don't really need to use barrier right now, especially since I don't know if barrier goes away after the fight or after the round or not. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna use Gaia's protection to ground us, and then make a new dice for the rest of combat and what? And discard it? Oh yeah, because we gain our discarded dice back. Oh, okay, now I get it. So I could and turn and would probably, if I understand it correctly, keep the 3 and then just roll 2 other dice. So if I have any specific number that I want to keep, I could. That's pretty cool. Let's just attack. And that ends our turn immediately. Okay, this makes sense so far. He's charging. Barrier blocks incoming damage. Barrier goes away at the beginning of each turn. That makes sense. Some spells have limits to how many times they can be cast per turn or per combat. Oh. Enemy's intention display. It shows you what the enemy will do on their turn. Got it. So he will do 13 damage. What does that mean again? Consume. The number of times the spell can be cast this combat. When it reaches 0, spell is consumed and cannot be cast for the rest of combat. Charge. Number of times the spell can be cast this turn. Okay, so once per turn, twice overall per combat. That makes sense. We could just get more barrier if we wanted to. I also can't play my ability anymore. That is a one-time thing. If dice value is 4 or greater, inflict 1 weak. That wouldn't be bad. Vulnerable sounds good, but I think we're just gonna make him weak so that he deals less damage. Now we're gonna give us 5 barrier, so he will do 1 damage to us, and then we're gonna do 7 attack to him. Alright, we should probably be able to not win this turn, but should be able to do some good stuff. I think, yeah, all that we could use the undergrowth, but it might just be better to attack multiple times, right? Because no matter what, now the next turn we will win, because he's charging up. Also, I like the punch wizard. I just love the idea of a wizard whose spells all just punch, but from a distance. Combat rewards, take as many as you want, you earned them. Got it. So we got gold, of course. We got spells. Fertilize. If dice value is 4 or greater, gain 2 might, otherwise gain 2 fortitude. Might improves the amount of damage dealt, fortitude improves the amount of barrier gained. Ooh. If 4 or greater, might. So 4 or greater, we deal more damage, otherwise we gain fortitude. That's pretty good. Nature's armor. All faces without runes on dice. Wait. All faces without runes on dice used to cast this spell gain toughness rune until end of turn, until end of combat. When you roll this dice face, gain 4 barrier. Increases by 1 for each elite and boss. Oh, so basically we give a die a rune side, and if we roll that, then whatever we roll, we also gain the toughness thing. That's pretty cool. Grounded Fist. Deal dice value plus 6 damage. If a dice face used to cast this spell has a rune, gain 2 grounded. That is pretty good. I kind of really like this. We don't have a rune yet. Or we go, you know what? Fertilize seems smarter, I feel like. Ooh. Choose. Oh, yeah, we want 9, of course. Choose 1. Spirit. Whenever a spell using this rune gives a buff, give 1 additional stack. That's good. Rebirth. When you cast a spell with Consume using this rune, roll 2 other random dice in your discard. Number of times. Okay. I don't mind that, but Spirit just seems really good. Does any of our die... Wait. Face values. Can I, like, equip this? How do... Okay, we'll see. We'll probably see, right? We will see. Everything will make sense. Ooh, we got a shield, a living weapon designed to protect its allies, and a tiny ogre. Small and stupid, but very aggressive. You have 2 items to modify your dice. Okay, yeah, easy. It tells us, right, yeah. Drag a dice here to modify it. The first one. Okay, I see. Whenever a spell using this rune gives a buff, give 1 additional stack. Do I replace anything here with that, or do I additionally get this? I don't know. We'll see. Wait, what was my spell again? This one needs 5 or more. This one needs 3 or less. If dice value is 4 or greater, gain 2 might. Otherwise, gain 2 fortitude. Alright, and if dice value is 1, gain 5 grounded. Huh. Okay, so it is the 1. That now, it is still a 1, but it also has the rune. Okay, and we're gonna get rid of... Wait, let me see again. 4 or greater, 3 or less, 5 or more. So currently for us, it's better to have higher numbers than lower numbers, which means we're gonna get... I think we just do this. Don't know if that's so much better. I could have also changed a different die. Whatever. Spell select. We have 5 spell slots currently. So we can keep those. Alright. I like this. I like this. I like this. Okay, these are unit abilities. You can use them once each combat. Drag a dice into a unit ability to activate it. Okay. Master's unique ability gives additional barrier. Can activate the enemy's unit abilities. Enemies' unit abilities too. Of course. Rust. Deal 10 damage and inflict 2 weak to this enemy. Ooh. And this one is stun. Enemy will not attack during the next turn. That's pretty good. Now, what do I need? 5. Exactly 5, or up to 5. And this guy just needs a, what's the word? Odd number. That's, oh, yeah, they say that. And this one, this is why I had the rune on here. Because Gaia's Protection gives us 3 grounded. With the rune it would be 4. But if the dice value is 1, gain 5 grounded instead. Plus the rune, which would give us 6. It doesn't give us 6. Why did it not give us? Whenever a spell using this rune gives a buff, because this does not count as a spell. This is my ability. These are spells. Damn it! My bad. Semantics, people. It needs to be like... Yeah. Okay, okay. Weak deals less damage, which doesn't really do much because... Yeah. So if we used the dice with the rune on Fertilize, we would have gained 3 Fortitude, because this is a spell. And then we would have gotten 8 instead of 5. Okay, now I know. Now I know. This guy is gonna attack me. I could stun, but it's just gonna attack me with 6. This one is gonna shield. This might just be better to attack the shield first. Just getting rid of the shield sounds like a good idea to me. 5 or more, we don't have that. 4 or greater, gain 2 might. Great. So now we deal 2 more damage with whatever we do. We could stun him so he doesn't attack and gain barrier. Or I think we just want to get rid of the shield and then attack this guy to get rid of some of his barrier. We block stuff. We good. We can stun at any point if needed. We could also gain... It's 4 or greater, gain 2 might. We could do that. We can do it. We can use this one more time. I like this. I like this stuff of just telling me how often I can use it per turn and per combat. Otherwise, gain 2. Okay, so we're gonna just do this, because now we have Fortitude as well, which means we can gain 7 barrier, and here we deal 9 damage, or like 3 because he still had 6 block. And at any point, if he deals too much damage, we could just stun him if we wanted to, but I think we should be good now if we just attack with big number. Ooh, this is good. Ooh, I like that already. Root Burst. If the player has 40 or more barrier, make 1 dice for the rest of combat and discard it. Otherwise, gain 18 barrier. Huh. This needs maximum of 2 and also a phase with a rune. But yeah, 40 or more barrier, that doesn't seem useful for now. I'm sure you can go like full on barrier build if you want to. Connect with Gaia. Deal 14 damage if dice value is 10 or greater, also inflict 1 weak. That is good. You just need any 2 dice, but if you have like 10 or greater with 2 dice together, that is pretty good. Topple the Spire. Deal 11 damage. Repeat 0. If dice value is 10 or greater, this spell gains repeat 1. Oh. Spell effect happens an additional time for each repeat. We don't have any dice right now that can give us a 10, right? The maximum we have is a 9. Oh, but I mean, we can technically with a 4 and then a 6. It would be possible to gain a 10. You just can't start with 5 or 6 because otherwise it would immediately use it. I'm gonna choose that because that is really cool because, I mean, if we roll like a 1 or a 2 and we don't need that right now, we can just place it in here in hopes. Sure, just I'm gonna make 1 dice that's gonna be very high, just general. Ooh, okay, recycle. After a spell is cast or a spell's countdown is reduced using this rune, re-roll this dice. Remove the rune until end of combat on activation. That is definitely useful. Vampire. Whenever a spell using this rune deals unblocked damage, gain twice that HP, but permanently remove rune on activation. Nah. Sharp. Spells dealing damage using this rune deal additional 4 damage. Yes. Definitely, and I know which phase I want. Event, it's too dark to see where this path leads to, or shop. Let's go to the shop. Let's see. Okay. Aqua Gem Body. When this dice is used in a unit ability, make an ethereal dice. Ethereal dice, when this dice is used or discarded, destroy this dice. Interesting. Protection Body. Gain 10 barrier if you discard this dice from your hand at the end of the turn. Increase by 1 for each boss floor. Okay. Not bad. HP boost. Heal 20 HP and gain 10 max HP. Reserve spell slot. Adds an additional slot to your reserve spell or spell slot. Huh. Interesting. We could buy some dice faces or go here. Burst. If a spell cast using this rune uses its last charge, make 2 ethereal dice. That's pretty good. Recycle is definitely good. Chance. The dice face to the right of this rune is 3 times more likely to be rolled. Interesting. Shell. Wait a second. I want that. Spell Skating Barrier. Using this rune, gain additional 4 barrier. That's good. Heavy. This dice face is 3 times more likely to be rolled. Interesting. Spellcraft. Another random spell gains repeat 1 until the end of combat. That seems good. Doomdrop. If the sandstorm has not begun, begin the sandstorm. Sandstorm? At the end of the turn, deal 5 damage to each enemy unit. I would assume that's something like if the game goes on for too long. Connect with Gaia. I kind of wanted this one. Whenever a spell is consumed, gain 2 sandstorm intensity. Whenever a spell is consumed, gain sandstorm intensity equal to turn to sand. Increase the amount of damage the sandstorm deals. Sandstorm. At the end of turn, deal 5 damage to each enemy unit. When does the sandstorm begin? We don't know that yet. So we're not gonna go for that. I think I just want to buy either Connect with Gaia or another spell slot for later. I'm gonna buy this reserve spell, sure. So I could change them out at any point if I wanted to. And I think I'm gonna switch that. Undergrowth seems good, but I haven't used it yet. And I mean, what was it? Return to Gaia, Connect with Gaia is just on face value more useful more often. Elite Combat, Event or Rest. I don't need to heal. I don't know what else we could do with Rest, so we're gonna try Elite Combat. Why not? The Hex Beast. Okay, now we're gonna do something. Spells dealing damage using this rune deal an additional 4 damage. Do I have anything? I mean, this would benefit from that. This would technically benefit from it. This would benefit, yeah, all of them. So, now, look at this. This is gonna be stupid. This die is gonna be incredibly stupid. This one's gonna be sharp, and this one's gonna chance it. So this one is now 3 times as likely to be rolled, and if I attack with this, no matter which attack, I will deal additional damage. Also, let me just check out something. Do I have anything where I need 5? Exactly 5. 5 or more. This needs 5 or more. But I don't need anything. I don't need 5 for anything specific, right? Which means I could get rid of 5. This is gonna be my weird dice, and the others for now are just gonna be regular dice. Is that a good idea? Probably not. But this is the first run. We're just gonna try stuff. Hexbreaker. Make 4 ethereal dice. Self-inflict 1 weak on the player. Interesting. And we would need just any dice. Now look at here. I can do... Wait, do I need 2 for something? 3 or less? FDV is 1. We don't have 1. 4 or more. Okay, no. We don't need 2 for anything specifically. So we're gonna do this. And now this should deal... Oh! Oh, now I get it. I deal 11 damage, repeat 1. So every time I get over 10, this gains repeat 1 for the next attack. I thought that like it attacks once, but if I get to 10, it immediately attacks a second time. Okay, I misread that. Do I think blocking might not be bad, right? I don't have... Like, I could attack... I'm gonna do this. Give me ethereal dice. Now. I am weak, but that doesn't really matter. Do I have a 1? I don't have a 1. However, it's a 4 plus 6. Oh shit, the charges. Yeah, can't be cast this turn. Oh, my bad, my bad. Okay, 4 or greater, so I could get might, which also inflict weak. I could get 3 barrier, which isn't amazing. I think we're gonna do this to inflict weak, and now we're gonna get 3 barrier. That wasn't the best turn. That definitely wasn't the best turn. But now I could do this, and it would repeat. Yes, and the next time I use it, it gets repeat. So even if I go with a 5 and immediately trigger it, it has repeat 2. This is an... Okay, Topple the Spire is an amazing spell. Give me grounded, please. And what does that do? Cursing 2 of the player's dice. Cursed dice are not rolled during your next turn. I only have 3 dice. What? What? Let's do... Oh, wait, I didn't need a barrier because, of course. So do I only get 1 die now? I mean, boom, you're dead. Had I known that, I would have probably used the... Waited for... Like, waited to use its ability first. Whatever. Mind Explosives. Whenever a spell is consumed, deal 20 damage to each enemy unit. Wait a second. Okay, so we first only dice faces with a value of 7 or more, so there's only 1 that I have that could do that. But we would basically use this one, consume it, and then this spell effect will trigger. It's not like a passive that just sits around. Like, it's a passive that sits around once I used it. Okay. Oasis. If the sandstorm has begun, gain 1 Oasis. Otherwise, begin the sandstorm. Oasis. Whenever a unit takes damage from the sandstorm this turn, gain 2 grounded. Nice. Or we begin the sandstorm, which deals damage to the enemy. We also have Connect with Gaia. I don't know if I can, like, use the same ability twice. I kind of want the Mind Explosives. I'm not going to use it right now, because I only have one dice that could trigger it. But I like the idea. Ooh, we're going to go with 2 random dice faces, of course. I think one was a 7. I like that. Sharp deals damage. Bear, when you roll this dice face, enemy lose all barrier. Ooh. Grounded. When you cast a spell using this rune, gain 3 grounded. Remove rune until the end of combat on activation. Okay, so we don't use or random dice runes. I kind of want the grounded though. And dice bodies. Ooh, nice. Warm body. Heal 7 HP at the end of combat. That's good. Sinew body. When this dice is used in a unit ability, gain 1 might and 1 fortitude. That is, oh, both of them really good. I think I'm gonna go for the warm body, just in case. And here we're gonna go for a regular combat. I have a plan. Mace and Punch Wizard. Okay. Now see here. Wait, can I? Oh, I would modify... Okay, I modify one of my dice that I have here and give it the warm body. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I want the 1 to be grounded. Because my ability is if I roll a 1 or if I use a 1, I gain 5 grounded. And this all... No, shit! Once again, it's not a spell. This is my ability. Wait. Undo. Can I technically? No, I can just undo what I just did. Okay, that makes sense. Which means, spell using this rune, cast grounded. Do I have any specific thing where I need 4 or greater to gain might, otherwise gain fortitude? So 3 or less would be good to be grounded. I feel like. Let's go with 3. Give this dice here. Switch this out, because like I said, this is gonna be my heavy hitting dice. Nope. Let's just do this. I keep the 1 because I can't take it off now. I could undo right now, but yeah. This is just a heavy hitter. And I don't know if that was smart, but I did it. Mind Explosives sound fun. I could switch to Connect with from Connect with Gaia if I wanted to, but then I only have 1 consume spell. Like the charges don't count, right? It's the consume. Whenever a spell is consumed, yeah. It's not charges, so it doesn't matter how many charges I use. Okay. Rust, same thing again, very useful here. Frail body, if DV is 4 or greater, inflict 1 weak, otherwise inflict vulnerable. Gotcha. Let's see. Do I have a 1? I do have a 1. So we're immediately gonna start that because I like the grounded. I could gain fortitude right now, so that I gain more block, which means the amount of barrier gain. So in start of the turn, I don't get 5, I get 7, which is pretty good in my opinion. I could also deal 11 damage now if I wanted to, or I make this... Yeah, let's just do this. I still take damage, 7 damage, which is not a small feat. Love that the die face next to it is 3 times more likely to be rolled, and I rolled this twice now. Okay, let me think. I could gain might, but I can also just deal 5 damage, you go down, easy. Inflict 1 weak. Weak is deals less damage. Or vulnerable. Vulnerable would be good if I dealt more damage right now. 3 or less, gain 7 barrier. Amazing. And with that, we just... I think we just topple the spire to deal damage. Alright, now. Damn it, I can't use Topple the Spire with 10. But I could just deal... Wait, what was it? For great inflict weak. Damn it, now I want vulnerable, not weak with this guy. But I can also... Yeah, I can also inflict weak like this. Heal 7 HP at the end of combat. I would assume that just happens once because I have this, and not every time I roll this, because that would be way too overpowered, I think, right? Do I fertilize to gain might? I don't think so. I think I deal 11 damage right now. And just, yeah, just attacking once more next turn. I could do 2, and then plus 6, and now this gains repeat at the end. It didn't matter. I could have just attacked. I just wanted to do that because I could. Sweeping kick. If the sandstorm has begun, deal 7 damage. Otherwise, begin the sandstorm. Any dice. I kind of like that. I'm still unsure if the sandstorm says at the end of the turn, deal 5 damage to each enemy unit. So I doubt it would attack me. But for some reason, I have the feeling like I think of like Hearthstone or Battlemon Showdown or whatever, where there is a sandstorm if rounds are too long and then you take damage. I don't think it is, because otherwise it would say so, but whatever. Poisoned Foliage. Inflict 1 weak and 1 vulnerable on each enemy. If dice value is 7 or higher, inflict 2 weak and 2 vulnerable instead. This is useful. If the sandstorm has begun, gain 5 barrier and inflict 1 thin skin on each enemy. Otherwise begin the sandstorm. Huh. Also not bad. So once, you use it basically once, but you need a rune. I kind of like the sweeping kick because of the sandstorm. This one seems really good. But I want the sweeping kick. And I have to switch out something. I'm actually gonna be stupid. Oh, we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna trash this one. Sorry. Choose another one. I don't know if we need it for now. Rebirth. No. Hexproof. When you roll this dice face, gain 1 hexproof. When this unit is debuffed, remove 1 hexproof and negate the buff. Makes sense. This dice face is 3 times more likely to be rolled. Hexproof sounds good. Let's see what rest does other than healing us. Open chests. Ooh. Wait, what? Attempt to open. 50 gold or 1 of... Okay. Let's see what we get. We can actually... No, wait, we can't, because this can maximum of 2. So what we can do is get the 50 gold. This thing, yes, we have 7 or more, but we don't have 2 or less, so we can't do anything here. That's a cool way of opening chests. Alright. Special event. Let's see. The crown. You come across 2 items in a magic field that will only allow you to take 1. One is an ornate crown. There isn't anything magical about it, but it's surrounded by a damaging field of dark magic, so it must be important. The other item is a simple cloth bag, but upon further inspection you find that it's full of scrolls detailing some sort of hidden knowledge. Wait. Take the crown of a dead beauty. Gain 10 less gold from combat rewards. But required for true victory. Don't care for true victory right now. 5 runes or an uncommon spell. Give me the 5 runes. I like that. And now we go to boss combat. Let's just... Ooh, the replicator. Oh no. So I need to go quite fast. For spells using this rune, deal 50% more damage. Ooh, that's good. Wait, do I have any... The very strong thing... Okay. We're gonna do this on the 6. Hexproof, rebirth, recycle. After a spell is cast or a spell's counter is reduced. Okay. Spells gaining barrier using this rune gain an additional 4 barrier. Do we have any barrier giving? No. We gain fortitude and this is not a spell. Got it. Spell's counter is reduced using this rune. Roll this dice. Oh, wait. Yeah. I want to do this on a 4. Yeah, because if a spell's countdown is reduced, which means I can put a 4 in here, re-roll the 4, and then try to make this better. Okay. Hexproof. When you roll this dice face, gain 1 hexproof, so it doesn't matter necessarily where to put it on. Cast a spell with consume. Using this rune, roll 2 other random dice in your discard. That's pretty good. I have this one with consume. 4 or greater gain 2 might, so 3 or less, because I kind of use it more for the fortitude. Oh, I had another one of those. You know, why not? Do we have another 2? Yes. And spells gaining barrier using this rune. Yeah, I don't have any spells for that. Spell select. I still think this is decently good. Let's fight. Let's fight the boss and see. One thing is, I think I should begin the sandstorm as fast as possible. Next, I definitely want grounded. Oh, here it is. When you cast a spell using this rune, gain 3 grounded. So if I use fertilize, I gain grounded, 3 grounded, and also fortitude. So I gain 10 barrier each turn. Debuffing the player, attacking for 7. 6 for spells using this rune deal more damage. So I could deal 17 damage right now if I wanted to. This one has stun countdown. Deal 11, deal 17. We're gonna deal 17 damage because we can. We're vulnerable. That sucks. But at least we gain... Wait. Wait, shouldn't I have gotten 10? Because it's 5 grounded with a 1. Oh no, yeah, then plus 3 because of one of the runes. Oh no, wait. Oh yeah, no, wait, which one was it? Grounded. When you cast a spell using this rune, gain 3 grounded. I cast fertilize, right? That gave me 3 grounded, so we were up to 8 grounded. And this improves the amount of barrier gained. Or does grounded not increase with fortitude? I don't know. I have to check that out. I can't get this to 10, but I can weaken the enemy here if I wanted to. Was that hexproof? Okay. Weaken the enemy. And we're gonna do a sweeping kick to start the sandstorm. Yeah, okay. It really only does damage to the enemy, just like it says. Ooh, that's good. Okay, now look at this. 1 and up to 10 to give this repeat. So as soon as I use this, use a unique special move, which will probably, it's called the replicator, so it will replicate itself. That sucks. Otherwise gain 2 fortitude. Again, it seems like the fortitude doesn't do anything for my grounded. I might have just misunderstood, kind of. Let's just do this. You take damage. Okay. Copy. Effects that activate on fatal damage to the... So basically, if we kill this, we don't win, is I think basically what this wants to tell me. Oh, it copied the stun thing as well. That's good to know. Rebirth. When you cast a spell with consume using this rune, roll 2 other random dice. Do this. I didn't have any discarded, so I didn't re-roll anyone. Oh, yeah. Okay. The whole reading stuff and understanding stuff, you know. It's not always easy. I could deal 11 damage. I could stun one of them, but they don't really do a whole lot of damage. I also think I could just do this. Can't use it again this turn. I could just stun one of them. I'm gonna stun this guy. Does the game end, or the run end, or the fight end when I kill this guy, even if this guy is still alive? We'll find out pretty soon. After a spell is cast or a spell's counter is reduced, reroll this dice. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. I really like that. And we... Okay, this guy is still here. Makes sense. We can also do this. Weaken him. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I like our combination here. Once again, we can do this. I mean, enemy is dead. I could have just attacked the end. I healed because of warm body. Mycelium. Gain dice value grounded. Repeat 1. But I need a maximum of 2 for both. Ooh, but that one would work really well. Another Topple the Spire would also be really cool. But I don't think, like, this spell gains repeat 1. I don't think that if I have like 2 Topple the Spire, that they would each get repeat 1. I think it's more like this card gains repeat 1 and not this spell with this name. Know what I mean? Cleave the Mountain. Deal damage equal to your max HP. This spell's damage is unaffected by dice runes or dice bodies. But if I use the one with the rebirth, I could just... Nah, but 45 for... I mean, 70 damage is incredible, but I think I'm just gonna go with Mycelium and get rid of... Yeah, I'm actually gonna get rid of the barrier now. Dice phase, give me 2 random ones. Okay. Dice runes. Whenever a spell using these runes gives a buff, give 1 additional stack. I really like this one. Sharp is good. Bear. Enemy lose all barrier is good. Whenever a spell using this rune inflicts a debuff or just 2 random. I think I'm gonna take Spirit again. Gonna take Mutable Body. Runes cannot be added or removed from this dice during combat. Oh, so those that just get removed after use stay on. That is good. So this with the Vampiric is amazing. Whenever this dice is used to reduce a countdown, that countdown is reduced by an additional 5. Interesting. With the cleaving the mountain or whatever it's called would be good. But I'm just banking on getting something good later on. And I think, did we just get a new die? We did. That's awesome. But we're gonna end it here because I think close to 45 minutes is a good start, is a good first look. I already love this game. I'm gonna play more of this. If you like it, tell me in the comments. If you don't like it, too bad. I'm gonna play more of this. I really do enjoy this. Because this is very Slay the Spire and other things, games like that, adjacent, but with a very fresh spin. I've played dice builders before, I've played deck builders before, but this combines them. This feels way more unique, especially because you don't just change your dice, you also change your spells. Also, I want more spell slots. I do enjoy this game quite a lot, and I want to play more of this. But that's gonna have to wait till next time. Thank you nerds so much for watching. I'm the Renegade Cactus and I gotta run. Bye bye.